Alright, I'm back. And I'm also live. Sosif is here for background talk. And yeah, I'm back to Persona 5 Royal. Sosif, can you see the page here?
Y'all.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna skip the intro because I've already seen it.
Wow.
Wait, bonus content? Wait, what? Huh?
Wow. Oh.
I'm gonna play a game. Am I hearing thunder?
I'm not hearing thunder.
Okay.
Oh no, that's an airplane I'm hearing.
Well then.
Wait, why the fuck am I wearing a school uniform at night? Oh, right, because I was at school before I did the... Okay, that explains it.
Oh.
Octavius? Wow. Well, that was easy, but that's probably because of the cheat.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, Sunday. Wait, what the fuck?
Looks like we made a great miscalculation, inmate. Contrary to our assumptions, it seems you have turned out to be quite promising.
Your powers continue to grow, as do the relationships you hold with your contractors.
Hey, what do you think of Igor? Big nose.
And you make fun of me for talking about freaking Jeremy from freaking Lyoko.
Yeah, but what do you think of Igor? Lord
He
knows.
looks like that guy, red guy from Soul Eater.
Igor.
It seems the
My
rehabilitation is
God.
proceeding at a fine rate.
He
Where
looks like,
is the fluffy
he
boy?
looks like a crackhead.
Where's the fluffy boy?
No, he's just relaxing.
You are quite the cautious one. Allow me to warn you on one matter.
Oh?
Being at the peak may mean you are mere moments from your downfall.
What?
Unexpected situations are necessary in a game, after all.
Wow, that's a fucking fourth wall break there. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Nightmare again.
That dream again. What the hell? Oh, I'm human. I have to be.
Oh, these nightmares Morgana's have are gonna have a part later, isn't it? Shit.
There's no way I was born like that. I won't let myself get worked up over some dream. I'm sure everything will be clear if we can get to the depths of mementos.
Sorry for the sniffles. I've been out in cold weather today, so and it's also windy too. So yeah. Sunday.
Well then. Well then.
Oh, who's nah. Sure.
By the way,
By the way, this theme that's playing stuck in my head. I love it. Yeah, good luck trying to get this song stuck out of your head. So stuff.
thank you.
Kim Squirrel, I think you'd be playing Squirrel with a gun.
Yeah, true. So, Joker and Yusuke on a boat. Gee, I wonder where this is going.
I'm on a boat.
Why are
I'm
we?
on a boat.
Why are we in a boat? Ah, shit. Ducks. Whack. Whack. Dude, Yusuke's got a fucking dirty mind. He has like a few times. Oh my god.
Hey, you were the one who made the first joke about the drawing them like one of the French girls, and it came true.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Hey,
But where's the snake in this case?
yes.
I'm trying not to laugh so hard. Holy shit, that's fucking funny.
What are you up to now?
So, okay, you missed it, did you?
Pretty much.
Okay, so Yusuke was drawing these two, and Yusuke was going on this ramble about like, oh, you know, love and you know feelings and blah 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 blah, and these two were like saying, hey, are you using us as models? It's like, yes, you know, you are going to be legends in art, you know, your love is going to be, you know, seen in art for generations. And then the guy points out to him that she is his sister.
Awkward.
How could this be?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna say the first one because it's true.
I see.
Okay, that was legitimately some funny shit there.
All right.
Oh my god. Probably.
Let us return home. See you.
Oh my god, that is the funniest shit I've experienced in this game. Oh my god. Oh god, every time I'm laughing, my head starts hurting.
Ah, you're back.
Hey, inmate!
Oh, what? Special assignment? What the fuck?
Looks like this Okumura case is finally going to have a happy ending.
I don't know because of what happened earlier.
All that we have to do now is wait for his change of heart. Well then.
Pumpkin Ghost set. What's this? What's this? There's colors everywhere.
Hmm?
What's this? What's this? There's colors everywhere.
Wow. You're back.
Alright.
Hey, hey!
what's up? Yo. Alright. Sounds good. Alright, which one? It's that time of year when schools hold their athletic meets, huh? Huh? You better not use it to pull a prank. That's what you're choosing? How's that? That one, don't break it, okay? That's what you're choosing. You like it? That was that. Okay, sounds good. Hey, we just got a new model. Feel free to check it out. Alright, which one? Alright, sounds good. You must be scheming to do something. Nice weather like this makes me want to go up into the mountains and blast a few rounds. You look serious today. It's that time of year when schools hold their athletic meets, huh? Those starting pistols aren't ours, you know. We don't sell them here. If you want it to look dangerous, how about a fiery red? Nobody's gonna miss when that goes off. Not that you're firing. That's what you're choosing? Sure thing. A longer barrel could give the grenades a more stable arc. That one? That's what you're choosing? Come again.
What are you gonna do today? Now.
Not gonna lie, in Wicked, I found the guy who played Fiero eye candy.
Yeah.
What? He's good looking.
Yeah, true.
What are you gonna
Damn
do?
He
it.
was actually, he played a role
What'll you
in
do?
Bridgerton.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Hey, inmate!
Do you have business with me?
Time for some rehabilitation. They will be reborn anew. Power requires sacrifice. You wish to perform an execution. What path do you want? Looks pretty tough.
Oh, damn. That's a badass looking persona. I'll go for it.
Skills you'd like to inherit.
Its power will be nothing unusual. Its power will be nothing unusual. My.
Looks pretty tough. Not terrible, but not impressive. Not terrible, but not impressive. Not terrible, but not impressive. You okay with this? Not terrible, but not impressive. I see. A strong persona indeed. Power requires sacrifice.
Let's see.
That will do.
This is what the persona shall be. This may be a bit gruesome.
Finished for now? Done already? What? No slacking off.
Alright.
What are you gonna do now? What'll you do? Oh. Guide me, inmate. Not bad for an inmate. Shut up!
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Don't tell me.
What?
Oh, so they're having this talk about like why do people go to the movies, and one of the answers is to escape reality, but I answer just for the fun of it. But they perceive it as like, oh, humans go to the movie theaters to escape reality or something. It's like,
I mean, it's kind of true.
yeah. Okay.
What? Don't fall behind. Now, let us return.
Oh.
What? Excuse me, but could you please repeat that?
Now, nothing's been decided as of yet. But at the rate that things are going, Yoshizawa-san's honor status could possibly be revoked.
What?
Something so serious should, of course, be brought to the attention of both her parents and yourself.
I've been told that her results at the latest meet were quite laudable. Isn't revoking her status as an honor student a bit of an overreaction on the school's part?
I understand how you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it in this case. She needs to attain first place results for her exceptional status to be worthwhile. Don't get me wrong here. Personally, I think her results are impressive, but I suppose the argument could be made that if she's going to represent Shujin and receive special treatment, it's not enough. Please don't shoot the messenger here, okay? This is necessary to guarantee fairness across the entire student body.
Uh-huh.
It's not as if you've been expelled or the like. Another meet's coming soon. Please try for the results the school wants to see.
Sir, putting excessive expectations on Yoshizawa-san will only be to her detriment.
Actually, good point there.
Oh, that wasn't at all my intention. I just wanted to give her a little encouragement.
Bullshit!
Dr. Maruki, please continue serving the student body as counselor and providing support to Yoshizawa-san. This meeting was merely meant to express how the entire faculty will be supporting her. That's the reason I had you sit in today, Dr. Maruki.
Supporting her. I see.
At any rate, that's all I wanted to discuss with you today. Please keep in mind, these changes are all hypothetical, unless Yoshizawa-san doesn't provide better results. Well, I suppose we should wrap up here.
And Senpai has noticed her.
Excuse me.
Oh. Oh, shit.
What's wrong with Yoshizawa? Didn't she seem off to you?
And she drops something.
Oh, it's... Yoshizawa must have dropped it. Shoot, she's gone. Let's return it after school. We should at least send her a text so she knows where it is.
Maybe I left it in here.
Oh, and today's October 3rd in this game. Don't forget.
How did Yoshizawa-san handle the news?
She seemed pretty downcast. I think it was quite the shock to her.
I truly hope this is what finally drives her to succeed. She needs to push herself beyond third place and bring home some stronger results. And soon.
Vice Principal, I know I've already told you this, but your approach here is going to affect her adversely.
Yeah. Okay, so like Marky's like around the money regarding like what should be done, and not these assholes pushing Yoshizawa to bust her ass.
Trying to motivate her with harsh words is only going to give her more anxiety.
And you know what? I'm prone to anxiety when harsh words are given to me, even if it's like over small shit.
Running a charity, if she's going to receive special treatment, she needs to provide adequate results. Praising her until her head swells may be your idea of therapy, but we can't afford to just butter her up forever. We took in those sisters to improve Shujin's standing, but at this rate, we're only going to end up suffering for it. Not only have we lost one of them, but the other one's not doing us any good. Talk about a waste of effort. Sir. Oh, pardon me. But there's no denying. First with Mr. Kamoshida, now the principal's death. We've got our backs to the wall here. If this school doesn't bounce back soon, even my own ass will be on the line. That'll be all. Excuse me.
I just cannot understand.
Yeah, this teacher's a douche.
You.
3 watermelons in the sun. Visualize a certain amount of sun. Okay, where are the melons? What are the melons? How about moons? What do you think? I'm thinking moons. No, it's stars, isn't it?
About you.
Ah, fuck, really?
Hello? Senpai. I'm sorry. I just now noticed that you tried to reach me.
Oh, reception's kind of fuzzy.
My smartphone seems to be acting up again. You found my good luck charm, right? Odaiba, in front of the stadium, where we met before.
She's at the stadium?
Senpai, sorry, I can't hear you.
I guess her signal cut out. I couldn't hear everything, but it seems like she's at the stadium. She seemed to be acting unusually this morning, too. Do you think something happened? Me too. When we met her there last time, she did mention that she goes there when she's depressed. Well, let's see how she's doing when we drop off her good luck charm. To Odaiba, right?
No connection. I should have gotten this thing replaced already. I'm so useless. I do nothing but cause trouble for Senpai, and even Dr. Maruki. I'm supposed to be the Kasumi Yoshizawa.
Come on, I want to get a parfait.
Yeah, just a sec. I'm looking up a spot right now. It's supposed to be somewhere around here.
Ugh, you've gotten us totally lost. I don't recognize any of these places. What's that building even supposed to be, anyway?
I think they're building some kind of convention center.
Oh, hey!
A research lab.
So there's even a convention center in this game. Maybe?
What's it matter, anyway?
It's not a lab, it's a stadium.
Anime cutscene!
Beginning navigation.
Oh, yes, that's right. Wait, NHL? Wait, there's hockey in this?
Oh?
Hey, is that...
Oh, whoa. What the hell?
What the... This atmosphere... Is this a palace? But we never activated the nav.
Yeah, Kasumi did.
Do you think it was Yoshizawa? It's a possibility. She wasn't anywhere near us when we slipped into this palace. She can't fight like we do. We have to find her, fast.
Oh yeah, and clearly, whatever area this is not in original, because Kasumi is not in the original Persona 5 game. She is only in Royal. So this will be interesting. Can I save though? Oh, whoa. Big, tall-ass building. Okay, actually, I want to see... I want to see if I can exit first. Shit.
Hey,
Nope. Dude, what is this? What is with this room? It's like big and shit. And there's a big ass surveillance camera.
I can feel it.
oh,
Although, hear me out, if Rock Band ever had School of Rock, yeah, the music from School of Rock, I would do one of those.
Ah.
Or COD.
Oh, whoa, it's my reflection. Set them in place, like...
I can feel it.
Who's there?
was that Yoshizawa? Yeah. Stay on guard, though.
Whee!
Why? How are you here?
Oh, hello.
Who's that? Is she a cognitive being?
Oh, so this has got to be Yoshizawa's sister,
It's my fault.
but a cognitive form of her.
What?
Come on. You must. Kasumi.
Stop! Stop it!
Oh. Damn.
You must. Hurry! Yoshizawa's in trouble.
Oh, are we gonna get an awakening with Kasumi?
Heresy! You dare to spurn our Lord's mercy!
Are you all right, Yoshizawa?
I'll just say you hurt.
That voice. Senpai?
Looks like that thing's ready to rumble.
Accept yourself. Our Lord laments the foolishness birthed from your pain.
Oh yeah, so if you know what day it is in this game? Say yourself? Say yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what day it is in this game?
And 3.
Yeah, October 3rd. Don't forget.
What are
Wow.
you talking about?
I heard the school moved her exam period. Must be nice getting perks like that. Where are these voices?
Oh, we're gonna get some background on Kasumi. You know, honestly, like she was a bit of a mystery for up until this point.
Her whole I'm not bothered routine really pisses me off sometimes. Getting special treatment is like whatever if it's deserved. But do you think she's earned it?
I understand how you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it in this case. She needs to attain first-place results for her exceptional status to be worthwhile.
Not only have we lost one, but the other one's not doing us any good. Talk about a waste of effort.
I've had enough of this.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I think I know where this is going. Let's go.
Yoshizawa?
You're telling me I'm not cutting it? As if I don't know that better than anyone! Still, I don't care what anyone says about me. I will not tolerate anyone speaking ill of our dream!
Let's go.
It's all in your best interest. Filling my life with this pressure. Demanding the results that you want.
Yoshizawa? Could she be?
And now you're all branding me a failure? Let me remind you who you're talking to. I am Kasumi Yoshizawa!
Yes, let's go.
Rather than accept a life in cinders, you'd strive towards splendor. You know the risk. Well, if those really are the shoes you've chosen, then we'll dance to the end.
Oh, yes.
Got to be.
Oh, what? She doesn't, like, bleed from her eyes? Oh, that's new. Excuse me? A Sailor Moon-esque transformation? What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Okay then.
Hey, how dare you diss Sailor Moon?
I'm not dissing Sailor Moon. I was just surprised that he didn't decide.
How dare you?
I wasn't.
We have a rematch.
Bullshit,
This
you
time,
were.
I'm going all in with Cendrillon.
All right, let's go.
We'll show you the way to do this. Nothing too reckless, okay?
Thank you. Please do.
All right, what guns has she got? Okay, she is very flashy with her stances. Oh shit. All right.
Not this one.
Wow, I got 420 health. Alright, let's see what Koga does. Oh! Nice! Weakness.
Let's go. There. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna guard. There we go. So, Kasumi's gonna join my party now?
Hey, are you alright?
I can't be weak anymore.
Whoa! I'm quite impressed, considering how you just awakened to your persona and all.
Senpai, right?
Yes.
I knew it. By the way, why are we dressed like this now?
Because explanation was done hours and hours ago. Yeah, it's a real long story.
Well, of course. This has to be awfully confusing for her. Looks like they found us. Time to get out of here, quick. We can explain later.
Right.
And you're still telling me don't look up a certain scene from a certain Final Fantasy movie.
Final Fantasy game, yeah. Trust me, you'll get spoiled of a key moment in Final Fantasy X.
Huh? My clothes changed back to normal too.
This was your location before you entered the metaverse. We all just came back.
Came back? Did we go somewhere?
About that.
Please, tell me anything you might know about what's going on.
So, Seth, now that there's a Sailor Moon-esque transformation scene, I take it you really want to play this game at some point?
Yes.
I need to know what
Figured.
just
How
happened.
dare you diss Sailor Moon?
I'm not dissing Sailor Moon!
Shame
I know
on
how you
you. You
feel,
should be
but-
put in a box in the corner.
Actually, if there's anything that will diss that has to do with Sailor Moon, I don't like the codename Sailor V manga, and the anime, the original anime, was very fillerish compared to Crystal.
Isn't that the Deke dub?
No. I'm talking. Okay, so the original, the '90s Sailor Moon anime series that lasted 200 episodes throughout 5 seasons. Yeah, most of it is just filler. Now, granted, this was done so that Naoko Takeuchi, would have caught up with the manga, with her manga, and that probably was the case. But how the anime's narrative plays out is very episodic compared to how Naoko Takeuchi crafted her story, which was shorter in comparison. And also, when Sailor Moon Crystal and, what was it, Eternal and Cosmos, those films came out, the pacing of Crystal, Eternal, and Cosmos was in line with the manga's pacing. But I also heard, the faithfulness of, the remake series, is one of the reasons why Crystal's worth sitting through.
What should we do?
And sure, the original Sailor Moon anime has a place in Magical Girl anime, but now that Crystal exists and the whole remake series has come to, to a close, I'm starting to think the remake might have a better, might have more favor compared to the original series these days. So, and personally,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like how episodic the original series.
Both of them like that because they're both good.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. Be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll tell you everything from the beginning.
Thank you. A metaverse with palaces and personas.
I'm sure it's not easy to wrap your head around all of this in one go.
Normally I wouldn't believe any of that, but after seeing it all for myself... But wow, you're so good at explaining things, Mr. Kitty.
I'll let that last part slide this time. But isn't there something else that should be surprising you?
Huh? A cat's talking?
Took you long enough. And I am not a cat. I am Morgana.
I see. Well, since you seem to know a lot more about this than I do, maybe I should call you Morgana-senpai.
Oh, that's right. Don't you have something for her?
There's subtle changes to the movie than the book.
You came all this way to return this? Thank you so much.
You didn't seem your usual self this morning.
I'm waiting till
Did
it gets
something
to the
happen?
good part where I just drop in every now and then seeing scenes from Wicked.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to tell you
But
that.
I'm waiting till it gets to the part where
I
they
got
go to
third
the
place
Emerald
in the
City
last
and
meet.
see Christian Chenoweth and Idina.
Oh, yeah.
Of course I'm
I
not
actually
happy
thought
about
they
it,
were a nice
but
touch.
it looks like the school
My
is
dad's
even more
finding the movie
displeased.
boring.
Okay, hold on. Alright, I'm just pausing the game because it's hard for me to hear Kasumi talking and you talking at the same time, so I'm just pausing. You were saying?
My dad's finding the movie boring thus far, and I'm like, well, it does have a little bit of difference than the book. I don't expect it to be.
I enjoyed it, but I will say that second film's got me worried. Because...
Yeah, they're gonna put in an original Glinda song that isn't in the book.
Well, how do I put this? Because actually the stuff I liked was in the first half. Okay, when I listened to the musical, the stuff I liked was actually in the first half. The second half, not as much. That's where I'm worried about. Like, I wonder how the second one's going to play things out because, honestly, I don't know. Like, I felt...
Actually, For Good is my favorite song out of the second half of the musical. So... And that's the one where they basically say goodbye to each other.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Defying Gravity,
yeah.
that's the, like, high point, but...
Anyway, as
you would have loved hearing our cringy Defying Gravity.
Sonia, is there, like, a connection issue? Because I was saying something, you cut me off, like, twice.
Yes.
Okay. That explains it. So... Because I was trying to say something, and then, yeah, I was, like, cut off twice, and I was kind of thinking, okay, this has got to be, like, an internet connection thingy, because... shit, I hate when it happens. Well, actually, yeah, my internet's kind of, like, in the middle. Okay, that explains it. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Hold on a second, let me get rid of this spot. I overlooked it. Hmm? Okay, give me a moment. Alright, so let me resume game.
I was summoned to the guidance office this morning. I was warned that the school might revoke my honors status if I don't improve my results soon. It would be due to my own inability to succeed in gymnastics, so I have to say it's not an unfair consequence.
I lost my train of thought what I was going to say about Wicked, but I'll just continue with this.
The vice principal talking about how I'm a useless waste of effort. And I dragged Dr. Maruki into this mess too, since he was with me when I got the news. That's what really got to me.
That's a tough break.
Okay, at some point, I think I may need to stop playing this in the evenings while Sailor Seth and I talk, because I think I'm starting to get to a point where I got a feeling major spoilers are going to be a big factor, and honestly, with how good this game is, like, I
ended up coming here. And then all of a sudden, I was in that place we just left. But I'll be just fine now. I feel like whatever happened in there helped me to get over it. I'm going to realize my dream for sure.
Seems like you really are on the up and up now. But then again, How did Yoshizawa end up finding a palace in the first place?
Actually, yeah, good question.
Sounds like it was pure coincidence based on what she's told us.
The nav.
Well, I suppose that makes the most sense. Hey, do you mind if we take a quick look at your phone? If the nav's on there, we'd be able to tell whose palace that was with the search history.
Sure, it's right. Sorry, this won't do any good.
Why's that?
The battery's dead. It's been acting up for a while now, so that could have something to do with it.
You know, I'm starting to think this phone of hers is gonna play some big part and whatnot.
Oh, really? Shouldn't you get that checked out? Well, it's not like that was
I'm suspicious about Kasumi's phone.
We couldn't make its ruler our target unless we reached a unanimous decision anyway.
Okay, I've been meaning to ask. Are you two part of the Phantom Thieves?
We're...
You are, aren't you?
I'll just say you caught us.
I knew it. Wait. That means when we were at the cafe with Akechi-san, I basically told the Phantom Thieves themselves that I don't agree with what they're doing. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. With that out of the way, what's your call?
About what?
Yoshizawa, of course. Considering how she did back there, don't you think she'd make a worthy addition to the Phantom Thieves?
Yes.
So, you mean you want me to join the Phantom Thieves?
Yes, yes, yes.
In a nutshell, yeah. You've awakened to your persona, you're aware of the existence of palaces, and from the looks of things, you've got quite the potential. If you're willing to join us, we'd be glad to have you.
I see.
You don't have to give us an answer right now. I mean, you probably shouldn't make any decisions until you learn more about what it is we're actually doing.
Thank you, but I'm sorry. I have to turn down
Oh,
your offer.
what?
Cool. So we'll head home for now and... Wait. What?
Wow.
When I awakened to my... persona, was it? I also realized something. I can't keep obsessing over my shortcomings in gymnastics like this. So, that's why I can't join you at the moment.
Okay.
Because you need to focus on your gymnastics.
I'm truly sorry to say no after all you've done for me. You may be right, but I think I'd only cause you all more trouble if I were to join up without being totally invested in it. Of course, I won't say a word about this to anyone.
I'm glad you catch on so quickly. Well, if you ever change your mind about us, just let us know, okay?
Thank you, Morgana-senpai. If that ever happens, I'll get in touch right away.
Yes.
I should extend the same gratitude to you as well, senpai. I swear, one day I will repay you for helping me out in so many ways. Shall we get going? Quite a lot's happened today, but I have a feeling I'll try harder than ever before starting tomorrow.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, see you later.
Okay.
I mean...
Oh my goodness, who's... Oh. We already had this chat earlier, what the fuck?
I get why Haru is worried, but let's just wait for the change of heart to go through. Don't worry, it'll be just like it always is.
Hey.
I should write something.
Okay. Well, of all the RPGs I've played while streaming on Twitch, Persona 5 Royal is now the longest RPG I have played. Yep. It broke the record of the longest RPG I have played. The previous record holder being Xenogears, which I think was like 77.5 hours. So, yeah, this game did it.
I'll just add this.
Okay. Wait, did I save?
I'll just add this.
I did. Yes, I did. Alright, so that is going to do it for this session of Persona 5 Royal. I know that was actually rather short in terms of, like, what, you know, this part of the stream, but keep in mind when I archive this, I'm putting all the parts together. Because I meant to do this week in one go, but due to time constraints, I had to split the parts. So yeah.
So what's your analysis of this game thus far?
Really fucking good. And what do you mean by analysis? Like all the factors in, or just like 2 cents? Like what do you mean?
Like your 2 cents into your review of the game thus far.
Honestly, I mean, Persona 5 Royal is looking to be how I put it. I think it is looking to be a I think I'm starting to see it as a gold.
Like, how would you sum it up? I mean,
in what way? Like,
in like the short story type of way.
Well, I'm trying to articulate without saying much. I'd say it is. Sorry, I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning, and it's because I had to be at work at 8. So I only got half the amount of sleep last night. Anyway, so to answer your question, to put it simply, I think Persona 5 Royal is looking to be in my eyes, a gold standard of what a modern RPG should be in all fronts. I am not saying every modern RPG needs to be like Persona 5 Royal, but what I think RPGs need to do is put a lot of care in all the factors, like the visuals, the soundtrack, the writing of characters and story, like, and also the little moments, the big moments, like, you know, make them, you know, give them some, you know, needed attention here and there. Granted, there are a couple areas that I don't think we're equally strong, but I still think that the trade-off is that they were still thematically resonant with the game. There's one palace in particular I don't think was well fleshed out compared to others, but the visual, symbolism, I think made up for it at least. But there's also one. But there is a palace that is quite infamous, which is the 5th one. Largely because.
Don't ruin spoilers for me.
Okay, well, I was attempting to be vague here. Palace 5 is considered the most infamous of the bunch, and it's because of puzzle difficulty and boss difficulty. Okay, here's a tip. The boss of the Fifth Palace requires a certain method, and that's it's a little tricky but not impossible. It's just that you
Okay, hold that thought. I have to go pee.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'm gonna wait till she comes back so I can answer further. I tried doing it short, but it was I'll wait till Anyway, Sarah's parents are watching Wicked, so I guess she was watching some scenes with them. Anyway, I tried to give the answer about Persona 5 Royal to answer her question, but she has not returned for like over 5 minutes. All right. I'll answer her question for viewers that could be interested if they're to hear what I gotta say about Persona 5 Royal through the VOD, because I don't think anyone's here. Oh well. Anyway, Persona 5 Royal is looking to be what I see in my eyes as the gold standard, a gold standard for what a modern RPG should be in terms of quality. I'm talking every facet of the game, every facet of an RPG is handled with care. Granted, there is a palace that, granted didn't have the most fleshing out character-wise, but the visual symbolism made up for it, and I'm talking Kaneshiro. Okumura was also the notorious one, but I like that the game actually adds challenge on that regard. Even though, yeah, Okumura was annoying. Oh wait, I think So's coming back. Let's find out. I'll give it like 3 seconds. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, yeah. Kumura's Palace definitely added challenge and whatnot, and is my stream fucking acting up now? No. But, yeah, Okumura's Palace definitely added challenge, and yeah, it was a little annoying, but granted, there is some symbolism in Okumura's Palace too. So, I'd say this game came very close to, rarely missing a beat, but yeah, there was a little couple snags, but these are more nitpicks than rather criticisms. And granted, Okumura's Palace might be seen as the low point for the game for some. To me, I see it as the palace that definitely tested my skills in Persona 5 thus far. Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on. I had to unmute you. Okay, you were saying?
So I'll say this. There is one thing the movie did that the musical didn't do well at all. That's actually kind of aged poorly.
Okay. That being...
the I Am a Sentimental Man song.
Yeah?
Because in the musical, it kinda sounds... They make it sound really hokey.
I see.
Whereas Jeff Goldblum in this makes it sound more like...
Yeah.
What's the word I'm thinking? Warm, and like... This is like... how he truly is and feels, that it sounds a whole lot better.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, honestly, okay, here's my feelings on Wicked. I enjoyed it, but I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my god, I gotta find a bunch of Wicked stuff that fans did and all that stuff. No, I sat through the movie just fine, but here's the thing. It's part 2 I am concerned about. Part 1 was good. Really good.
No. Part 2 is Wicked for good.
It's still part 2 in some fashion. yeah, I know what I meant. It's the second one I'm a little worried about. And you know what? And here's my thing. If the second film kind of brings it down, then yeah, it kind of makes going back to the first one a little difficult, even though personally, I felt the first half was the best half of the musical, because I felt half number two kind of slipped in places. Oh, if there's one thing I won't partake in that's Wicked related, it's all the fucking shipping regarding Glenda and Alphaba. Fuck fuck shipping, fuck all that bullshit.
I mean, they're best friends. They're not like anything. Did you hear what the original author said?
Didn't you want to hear
that debacle happened?
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, well, I had played it for people to think that it seemed like it had tendencies. That's kind of what you can kind of go off of." And he said, "It's up for interpretation, and I don't mind people thinking this way." And I'm like, "You wrote the book."
Yeah.
As them as best friends, not anything else.
Didn't you want to hear my 2 cents on Persona 5 Royal? Because
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom. It took a while.
Yeah. Sorry. It's just, I mean, I've already kind of gave my 2 cents on Wicked. I thought the movie was pretty good. I just don't give a shit about personally, the area about Wicked I don't give two shits about is the discourse surrounding it and the fan base, like, outside activities around it. Wicked is not something I am an avid fan of. Movie-wise, I thought it was pretty good. Who knows? It might be in my tops. It might be in my top favorites of 2025. I don't know. Or 2024. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of movies from last year. It's because fucking Hollywood.
Yeah, I saw Wicked with my ex.
I am still alive, by the way. So I mean, it's fine if you mention that part, but let's just leave it at that.
Well, you were signing off.
I was about to until this whole thing that was all until the topic went to Wicked for like 3 minutes and actually 5 minutes. Well, okay, we're both kind of guilty for prolonging the whole Wicked topic. Anyway, Persona 5 Royal. I can't do 2 cents on this, so I'll try to kind of articulate what I think of this game so far. I am seeing Persona 5 Royal to look up as perhaps one of the gold standards of how to make a modern RPG. In the turn-based sense, because look, RPGs don't always have to be turn-based. But what I mean by gold standard, I'm talking about putting care and attention to every facet of an RPG.
Right.
Because visually, yeah, the game is visually appealing from start to finish. At least I'm assuming it will remain this way till the finish. Gameplay-wise, I think personally it has some of the strongest role-playing I've ever came across in the 20 years that I've been playing RPGs. Yeah, I think this game even has more role-playing than a Final Fantasy game. Or a Dragon Quest game, or even Chrono Trigger. Now, granted, that's partially due to the social simulation part of the game, which I'm glad is not, a huge fucking time sink. Well, actually, it is, but not in the sense that, it is a detriment, because you have the banter, you have the information that comes very naturally. The lengthy dialogue is very natural. But the biggest plus with all the lengthy dialogue is that you are getting more character throughout the game because of it. So, which is great because I feel like these characters feel very organic. Like, they feel like real people. I mean, they are fictional characters, but they behave like real people, which is something I don't see very much in other RPGs. I mean, yeah, there are some RPGs where characters are well fleshed out and well handled, but what I'm saying is like how characters are handled in Persona 5, and I'm assuming the rest goes for the other games. I'm assuming this is also carries on with the other games. They really spend time fleshing out characters, in a natural pace. So, it kind of makes me eager to play Persona 3 and 4 sometime after, but not so soon because I think I want to take a break from Persona games after 5. Because I got other games I want to play too. So, but yeah, gameplay, never boring. The social simulation part really makes me want to spend time, knowing each character that's going to be, vital to the game. Yeah, I mean, it is a long-ass game, but it is a long game that actually respects the player's time. And actually, like I said, utilizes that 100 plus average, playtime, unlike Nintendo's past effort back in 2017. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Tears. I'm looking at you, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Next time I'll ask my friend to 3D make you a Korok seed.
Ugh. In terms of... Well, what am I missing? Okay, in terms of sound, like the music, sound design, voice acting, sound does not disappoint in this game. The music fucking slaps. Okay, and I am quoting a coworker because he has played Persona 5 Royal. He keeps saying the music slaps, and I agree. The music is so damn good. Love the music in Persona 5.
What, you think it tops Uematsu's music?
No, I'd say Persona 5 Royal's soundtrack is considered... It has the potential of being considered, some of the best music you will hear in RPG, but for different reasons, because it's not like, Uematsu or Yasunori Mitsuda. But what I'm saying is that the style they went with Persona 5 Royal was not typical. Like, it's music you don't typically hear in RPGs, and it's great for that. And also the music, is just so fucking catchy. Like, there's so many themes I could choose from that I would listen to. Sound effects are pretty standard for RPGs, no complaint there. But the voice acting, which I have been playing this in English, so I don't know what the Japanese version's like, and whatever. But the English voice acting, damn, is it good.
Like, the part that cracked me up, I think, or threw me off this playthrough, was the one where you said Yusuke was drawing those other two, and it turned out to be his sister.
Yeah, that was some funny shit.
Although the funniest I think you told me was you referenced the French girls line.
Yes, from Titanic.
But it happened.
But instead of French girls, it's Japanese girls. So.
Yeah, but it was almost... You called it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, you got me fucking kidding. Let's see. I'm gonna lump characters and story together because this is where Persona 5 Royal has been the strongest. The writing in this game is some of the best I've come across in RPGs. Okay, maybe in this case, JRPGs. Yeah, I'm talking, it's looking to be up there alongside, the legendary ones that happen to be some of my favorite games of all time. Chrono Trigger and Final fucking Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI. I don't know why I phrased it like that. Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, it's starting to look up there amongst games like that. I'm not even kidding.
But Final Fantasy VI holds more of an iconic status.
It does, but okay. Final Fantasy VI definitely was of its time, but and this is actually the reason it has cemented as my favorite game of all time. It's simply because video games before Final Fantasy VI, granted, did have stories involved in them, but there was more emphasis on gameplay, not so much in story and whatnot. But or granted, what I'm saying is like what Final Fantasy VI offered that games before didn't do much or barely anything at all. And granted, it was due to limitations. Was Final Fantasy VI had elements that like story writing elements that rival other mediums and how they're taken seriously. Final Fantasy IV, granted, I think was a stepping stone leading into that. It's just that, let's just say Final Fantasy IV, without giving away too much, let's just say it has a few assholes, and it really took away the gravity of certain scenes. And I wish Final Fantasy IV didn't do that. For example, let's just say there's a character that jumps off and fucking blows himself up in a heroic act. And it turns out, oh yeah, actually, like what? Later on in the game, oh, he's fine. Which is bullshit. And granted, yeah, they probably did this for fucking laughs. I don't care. It takes away the gravity of that earlier scene. You know? But Final Fantasy VI does not pull that shit. And when something bad happens, it actually has an effect on the rest of the plot. And without giving away too much, let's just say there is one moment in the game where, let's just say there is an oh shit moment in Final Fantasy VI. And it is not, let's just say there is no ass pull that comes after it. So, yeah. Again, not going to say what it is. But games since Final Fantasy VI, okay, have tackled certain things that, games in the past didn't really do. I'd say Chrono Trigger definitely had the balls to pull off something that, wasn't really heard of in video games very much. Not going to say why. Chrono Cross had some very interesting philosophical ideas in it. Xenogears had some thought-provoking elements in it too. And my point is that games now tackle some, mature, deep, dark subject matter. And there wasn't a lot of that before Final Fantasy VI came. And actually, there's a video essay I found by Max Derritt, who's actually a rather good video game analyst, if you ask me. Let me look. Max Derritt. I'm not, but I'm looking up. I'm looking up the title. Okay, so there's a video essay by Max Derritt titled "Final Fantasy VI: A Milestone for Stories in Video Games," and his point is that he cited Final Fantasy VI as the first deep story in video games. Like, and video games before then really weren't deep to the level Final Fantasy VI managed to do back in the day. If there was one I missed, I mean, sure, maybe it was missed somehow, but my point is, for me, Final Fantasy VI just remains my favorite, and it's because of the impact it left on me and what I felt it did for video games at the time. Like, we have all these games that are tackling certain things, and I cite Final Fantasy VI as perhaps the proving ground of what video games are capable of, story wise. Like, for me, it's a game that I felt proved that, hey, video games can be taken seriously as other mediums. Granted, I was playing games like in the 2000s or whatnot that proved as such, but Final Fantasy VI to me, I felt was an early point, a benchmark title that can prove like, hey, all those films, all those television shows, all those books and all that people like dive into because of the stories. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI to me, felt like, hey, video games can tell some very impactful stories too, and it's largely the ensemble cast, the fucking visuals of the game for Super Nintendo standards still looks incredible. Phenomenal music, ensemble characters that are very likable, and a story that kept me captivated from start to finish. It has everything I would ever want in a game. Doesn't have the most complicated gameplay, but I mean, it is. It's balanced. I wouldn't say the gameplay is balanced. It's actually rather easy to break the fucking game if you learn magic, long enough. But what I'm saying is that Final Fantasy VI, like, okay, I'd say the one drawback: the gameplay is not the most complex, but I don't think the game needed to be. It's pretty much, the gameplay was the standard for Final Fantasy. Nothing wrong with it, and granted, it's easy to fucking overpower yourself if you play the game long enough, but that's up to the player's discretion, really. I mean, if you play the game long enough and level up long enough, then yeah, that's what you get for learning a certain OP spell for everybody. But again, the player doesn't have to do that. That's definitely up to player choice and whatnot. So, anyway, Persona 5 Royal, like I said, I mean, Persona 5 Royal, I mean, I continue to be amazed by this game. So, yeah, this has potential to become one of my favorite games now. And every time I keep progressing through this game, there's always something that is keeping me invested. And that's what I love about the writing of this game. It is some of the strongest writing I've seen in a JRPG, and that is saying a lot. I never would imagine that. What? Yeah, like, I was not imagining Persona 5 Royal, like, to be that good. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a fun time. Oh, it's got a game with anime cutscenes and masked vigilantes. I'm like, okay, this seems like, this is going to be a fun time. This a masterpiece? Like, oh, that's good. It's got to do a lot to convince me it's a masterpiece. And yeah, it's nearly 80 hours in. Yeah, like, I actually am starting to see it like a very special game. What concerns me, however, is what is this all going to culminate to? Because I think that's going to be my biggest concern. Because this game certainly likes to build up shit, but I'm kind of thinking, where is this ultimately leading to? Like when I finish all the 7 palaces, which seems to have a 7 deadly sins theme, what's after that? What's after the 7th palace? Like, it's got to be something big, right? Like, it's got to be the end game approaching. That's where I'm kind of wondering. So, but there's got to be something. You know what? I'm eager to see where this game goes. And that, again, that's what keeps me coming back to it. And that's why, I'm like really, on board with this game. So yeah. But yeah, honestly, my only nitpicks, one of the palaces could have been thought out a little bit better, but at least the visual symbolism on a certain palace kind of made up for it. But yeah, there is one palace. Okay, and yeah, there went Sailor stuff again. Granted, I was kind of, going on about Final Fantasy VI, but again, it was to serve a point. Like, where Persona 5 is up there with. Like, if I have to be honest with Persona 5 Royal, I'm starting to see this being in contention with Chrono Trigger, which is my second favorite game of all time, and I'm not fucking bullshitting there. I love Chrono Trigger, but man, this game. Okay, I will say probably the area I'm still deciding is the whole double tech, triple tech, system of combat compared to the showtimes and all out attacks. And granted, if I'm going to be honest, I kind of wish there was more variety of showtime attacks. Like, let's say Joker and Ryuji have a special attack. Let's say Ryuji and Morgana have a special attack. Let's say Yusuke and Haru have a special attack. See where I'm going with this? I kind of wish there was a little bit more variety, but it seems like they are limited to certain like characters, and there are like Futaba. I don't think has like her own very like showtime attack, but maybe there was kind of but. Yeah, I'm gonna assume Sailor Sip's probably gonna go, watch another, scene or two of Wicked, and even though she's already seen it, which, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I was trying to tell her, like, my assessment of Persona 5 Royal, and, I get it, she had to go use the restroom at first, then get a drink of water, perfectly fine. It's just, yeah. Okay, I'm definitely gonna cut out this section because again, it's just been mostly rambling and whatnot. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, Persona 5 Royal. I'm starting to see this as a special game, and you know what? How I'm gonna ultimately feel about this is gonna determine on the remainder of the game. So that. Now that I've mentioned Persona 5, Royal and all that, another point I wanted to make is what was it? Yeah, so I am definitely going to stick to my I'm definitely going to stand to my, feelings on Persona 5 Royal and, what I think of it as a, RPG. Personally, I do think it is a gold standard for what a modern RPG should be. And to kind of further that point, okay, like, Persona 5 Royal came out at a time where Final Fantasy wasn't really doing that turn-based combat it was good at. Dragon Quest, granted, kept sticking to the turn-based combat, but honestly, I don't feel like gameplay evolution was something that Dragon Quest was strong at. So, Persona 5 Royal definitely gave me filled a void in retrospect that I've been wanting so long from Final Fantasy. And, like I said, the gameplay in Persona 5 Royal is never boring. It actually kind of keeps a variety of flashy moments of the game. Could there have been more variety of showtime attacks? Yes. but at least the all-out attacks, changes things up when you add more characters. Now, if there is a modern RPG that I hope to God does not become the game that future RPGs should fucking emulate, 3 words: Honkai Star Rail. Okay, sounds like they finished. Anyway, so Honkai Star Rail. I'm a little concerned about how that game is going to affect players' interests in RPGs, and I'll wait until Sailor Sif gets back. I think she's about to come back. Anyway, so Honkai Star Rail. There is a reason I point that game out, because if there's any RPGs I would like developers to take notes from, it's Persona 5, not Honkai Star Rail, or more like here's the thing. I understand Honkai Star Rail's got. Okay, is there a back? Okay, not yet. So, anyway, as I was trying to say, okay, why is... I'm gonna wait till Sarah comes back. It sounds like she's coming back.
Convinced me.
Of what?
Wanting to play Persona.
Yeah. So anyway, as I was trying to say, so yeah, like I said, Persona 5 Royal, I think is looking in my eyes as a gold standard of what a modern RPG should be. Like I said, every facet that is focused on this game, I think other RPG developers should take notes from. If there's any game I don't want RPG developers to take notes from, it is MiHoYo's Honkai Star Rail. And for a couple reasons. One, the gacha mechanic, and 2, the broken bullshit combat that Honkai Star Rail unfortunately is riddled with. Okay, so how is it broken, you may ask? So, let's say in Honkai Star Rail, and look, my issues with Honkai is not necessarily the gacha. Again, that's a mechanic I never liked, never will. But my biggest gripe with that game is combat. I'm not necessarily going to gripe about, how easy the special attacks are unleashed.
Yeah?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, my parents were talking to me.
Sorry, it's just... I was trying to tell you something and... Sorry, I just gotta... Also, that was kind of a little loud, too. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so, what exactly is it about Honkai Star Rail's combat that pisses me off? Okay, so, I know this is easy for me to say. It definitely plays a lot like Final Fantasy X, and yeah, that's kind of like, oh, well, typical me to compare it to Final Fantasy X, but okay, there is one thing Honkai Star Rail has in common with Final Fantasy X, a turn grid feature, because both games have it. But I am going to use this as a bit of a, comparison's sake to kind of make my point about Honkai Star Rail's gameplay and why I do not like it. So, in Final Fantasy X, the turn grid feature, shows you whose turns it's going to be and when, monsters are going to attack or enemies are going to attack. So let's say you buff up your characters, like let's say you use haste on characters in Final Fantasy X. You're gonna get more turns, giving you the turn advantage. But if you're slowed, enemies are gonna get more turns. So there is definitely thought put into the turn grid feature because it allows the player to kind of assess how the battle's going to turn out. Nothing wrong with that. Now Honkai Star Rail, on the other hand, if I remember, like to the best of my recollection, let's say you have 4 party members. Each party member gets their own attack. So you got 4 party member turns. So of course after that you have enemies that are going to attack. That's perfectly standard. Like, okay, granted, special attacks are very easy to unleash because if you take damage, your special attack fills up, which is definitely very similar to the limit breaks in Final Fantasy. But if you attack and the attack lands on the enemy, that too fills your gauge. So it actually makes it easier to spam the fucking ultimate attack. And when you consider every ultimate attack is just one special attack and it doesn't stack up because of level, let's just say the special attacks kind of get boring pretty fast in one battle. So, what's the problem with gameplay? There is one thing Honkai Star Rail does not that any RPG wisely implemented to avoid frustration. And that is revival items during combat. For some stupid fucking reason, MiHoYo did not implement a gameplay feature where you can revive party members if they're knocked out during battle. And when you factor in that if you lose a party member, if you get a party member that's knocked out, that's going to give the enemies more open room to attack more. And this has happened to me from time to time. And the fact that you cannot, and again, this is my biggest issue with that game, the fact that you cannot revive your party members during combat is bullshit. It is the worst.
Oh yeah, I kept trying to not die, and every single time I kept dying. I was like, so you can't revive someone? Seriously?
That is the biggest horseshit with Honkai Star Rail. And now, here's the thing. I don't have to be an RPG enthusiast to point this bullshit out. And, and that's another thing, because I only have one character that's a healer, and that's it. He's my source of healing, and if he gets knocked out, I cannot heal my fucking party members. What kind of shit is that? Now, I understand the game wants to encourage you to get more than one healer, but that's the thing. I don't have more than one healer. That's because the healer I got was from a fucking wish pull. So, let's say I didn't get him, I would be having a hell of a time trying to progress through the fucking game because of the bullshit fucking mechanic of no reviving your knocked out party members during combat. It's like, why? Of all the things you leave out, why is it that? It's so fucking stupid. I mean, hell, Genshin Impact allows you to fucking heal your party, revive party, knocked out party members. I don't know if it's during combat, but honestly, you can kind of get out of that mess by teleporting. Granted, you can teleport and just heal that way, but if let's say you want to revive your knocked out party members and you don't want to, travel all the way back to where you're at, there is that option. So it avoids backtracking. Now, why the fuck couldn't Honkai Star Rail implement that by just doing what other RPGs do? Just revive your party members that are knocked out during combat. It saves a lot of frustration. Now, the one area I haven't really complained about, and it's because, it's just typical MiHoYo, so I'm just like, whatever. How you level up is not orthodox to RPGs, and you know what? It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy VIII in that regard, in terms of, strengthening your characters. Yeah, because in order to make your character stronger, you have to do it outside the box than what the series was known for. So yeah, I mean, Honkai Star Rail kind of feels like Final Fantasy VIII to me. Just a game that I'm sure has cool moments, but my god, is the gameplay frustrating to get through because of it. Now, if the story is shit, which I've yet to determine because I'm still early in the game, like I said, if the story turns out to be a complete fucking waste of time, if the story turned out to be written in a way that I just do not give a shit what's going on, and let's say I'm 50 hours in and experience enough story, then I will label it, along the likes of Final Fantasy 13, a game that I put down after 2 hours because I did not give a fuck about Final Fantasy 13. And if I really have to compare these three, Honkai Star Rail is sandwiched between 8 and 13. Now, why Final Fantasy 8 higher than that is because actually the game looked amazing for $19.99. But I digress. But if it's lower than Final Fantasy 13, then because let's just say Final Fantasy 13 was my least favorite RPG to experience. Actually, let me just throw in another game for measure. Earthbound Beginnings. That's my second least favorite experience with an RPG. It's because the fucking random encounter rate is too damn high. And also the game kicks your ass when you, let's just say trying to level up party members is a pain in the ass. So, it's not fun. It's for me, with Honkai Star Rail, I just find myself frustrated. Because honestly, that game, and I think the source of my frustration is, I thought this was going to be like Genshin Impact in space. Oh yeah, Genshin, it's got some surprisingly, worthy moments that, cool moments and all that. I was kind of expecting, Honkai Star Rail to be just like that, but in space. And I was kind of surprised that it, wasn't what I hoped it to be. I do plan on getting back to it. It's just the gameplay frustrates me. So I'll try to tough it out, get to the story, see where that goes. I just don't want to go through combat on that game because of past frustration I've had. Now I realize why that game's been giving me so much shit and why I just have little interest to get back into it. And also, let's factor in consequentially, I think Persona 5 Royal is spoiling the shit out of me regarding, RPG mechanics. Like, my god, like not gonna lie, if I go back into Honkai Star Rail after playing Persona 5, I'm probably gonna end up saying, man, Persona 5 Royal plays a lot fucking better than this. And actually, that is also true. So yeah, I know I'm spending time on this tangent about Honkai Star Rail. It is one of the games I'm currently playing, but also one of the frustrating games I've been dealing with too. So And yeah, consequentially, it's because I'm an RPG enthusiast, and Honkai Star Rail is not what I would call a mechanically sound game. So I'm just crossing my fingers the story is worth toughing it out. So we'll see. I mean, if I really had to be honest with myself with MiHoYo games, Genshin keeps me coming back because of its world building. And also characters, but yeah. I'm cutting out this section of the stream when I archive it. There's no point in me keeping it. Ugh. So yeah. I don't know how you feel about Honkai Star Rail, so, but I mean,
I tried Honkai, and like into this battle that I got into, the first boss, I was like, okay, I am getting the hang of this. And then I was like, oh, my party members die, I'm down to one person, and I'm kicking ass. And I was like, well, I hate the combat style on this.
yeah.
And I was like, I hated how the story, it felt like you weren't progressing enough. Well, I guess I just didn't get into it further. But it was just that the whole style of how the game was supposed to be played on Android was pissing me off.
I played it on PC. Yeah, it's about that start. I don't like how that game started. I actually.
I thought the start was kind of rough. At times, I got confused.
Yeah, I was kind of like, what's going on? I'm like, okay, we're doing this. And also the voice acting was like throwing me off. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's with the voice acting? So, yeah, I always felt the game started rough. Actually, where I think the start picked up is when you go in the train. But I'm just saying, everything leading up to the train, I'm just like, God, like, this, like, I felt the start of it was rough as hell, and again, and also, this is a minor thing, but there's a droid that says beep, beep, beep. That was the most annoying shit that came through at me, and I'm like, oh, God. But, yeah. Again, I plan on getting back to Honkai Star Rail. It's just, I've been busy with Persona 5. That's really why that's exactly why I've been holding back on Persona 5. Why I've been holding back on Honkai Star Rail. But also, in conjunction, it's also my frustrations in the past with Honkai that I keep putting the game down. And also factoring in the story at the time I caught up. And yeah, I'm hearing it picks up, so that's why I'm still sticking with it. It's the gameplay that's been my biggest hurdle. And yeah, like I said, the fact that you can't heal, the fact that you can't revive your knocked out party members during combat is like the worst. Like, honestly, objectively, the worst fucking thing about Honkai Star Rail. And if anyone's, and honestly, it's also the one reason why I wouldn't consider it beginner friendly. And honestly, if Honkai Star Rail would actually listen to its player base, although I don't know how many people pointed this out, but if I were to say, hey, MiHoYo, how about having a feature where you can revive knocked out party members? And listen, if they did that, I mean, my bitching about the combat might have been lifted a bit, you know? Actually, it would have been lifted by a big margin, too, because...
Don't you need to sign off?
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, anyway, this 1 hour fucking, rambling section, yeah, I'm cutting it out. But yeah, Persona 5 Royal, yeah, this is what RPGs today should take notes from. And if anyone hasn't played Persona 5 Royal yet, yeah, this is a game I strongly recommend without much second thought. It's this damn good. But I gotta play more of it to find out where it goes. So yeah. Anyway, that is gonna do it for this session. So anyway, till next time, take care.